If you guys have been following my videos, then over 5 months ago, I made this video on Bitcoin price prediction for 2022. I called out how low it would go, and I mentioned that by November it would hit like a 16,000 kind of levels. And I told you that that would most likely be the bottom. There's a slim chance of it going to $12,000, and that is exactly what happened. This is my yet another I told you so moment. Bitcoin went down below 16,000 yesterday because of the FTX crash and all this that's happening in the market right now. So Bitcoin at 16,000 level, what does that mean for you? Are you scared? Where is it heading in the future? We'll try and look at all that today, basis a few charts, some analysis, historical data, and so on. So you have confidence on what you can do in the coming days. Now let's start with this. This is called the Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index. Right? If you look at the fear and greed index, the closer it is to zero, the closer this number is to zero, it means that there is extreme fear in the market and people are selling, and that might be a good time to buy. When it is closer to 100, it means there's extreme greed and people are buying. It might be a good time to sell. Right now it's at 22. In fact, this year it went all the way down to even as low as 7 or 8 back in June, July. So this is not as bad as it was a few months ago. Still, there is extreme fear in the market, and if you're thinking of entering, then this is one index that you should definitely look at. Another one that I'd like to show you is called the Bitcoin rainbow chart. Right? Now the Bitcoin rainbow chart seemingly has very well predicted where this is all heading, and right now if you look at this, the Bitcoin price has just breached what it's saying is more than a fire sale. Right, it's for you to like literally buy. It's saying it's extremely cheap, and it seems the historical trends have closely followed this. But we look at a few more numbers. Right, we look at on-chain data. The first one is, as of today, only about 37% of people who are holding Bitcoin are actually in profit. Right, more than 60% are in loss. Right, all these people bought it at a price much higher than $16,000, and all of them are sitting at a loss. Here is a deeper analysis of that number. Right? This is what these indicates is number of addresses who bought at various price segments. Right now, here this bunch of guys here, they bought it between a price of $6,000 to $9,000. Now, if you look at where we are today, the price is at about $16,200. There are very few people, very few addresses who bought it between 16 to about 17,000. More people who bought it from 17,700 onwards. Right, what that means is that in this immediate vicinity there are very less people. Most of these guys, even if they sell, the price impact won't be too much, but if it reaches this territory and people decide to sell, now there we are in trouble. Right, that's when the price might collapse even below 16,000 yet again, and then the guys sitting here might be thinking of selling. Right, so that's something that you need to keep note of. But as of now, in the immediate basis, if Bitcoin manages to just hold this level for a few weeks, then there most likely won't be a serious selling, unless of course something dramatic happens. If you look at total addresses, right, this is just to assure you that Bitcoin is not going anywhere. Total addresses with a balance has consistently increased. Right, this is the green line. It is consistently increasing over the years. Even now it is increasing. So people are buying it, people are holding it. So one thing for sure is adoption is increasing. If you look at concentration, retail volume is the largest at 90%, followed by investor volume and whale volume. Right? This is another good factor, which means that a lot of these retail holders might be holding very small amounts, and it is more likely that they're just going to hold on to it. Right? Unlike, let's say, hedge funds or large investors or whales who might have taken the Bitcoin here, put it in some other protocol, lent it somewhere else, trying to maximize their income. I don't think retail investors would have largely, that number is down here somewhere. It's about 3.5 years for Bitcoin. An average person is holding Bitcoin for at least 3.5 years as of now. So that's pretty good. If you look at on-chain data, right, on-chain flows, this particular line here, this blue line, it has gone sub zero right now. What that essentially means is that there is more Bitcoin going out of exchanges than Bitcoin coming into exchanges, right? In simple terms, it implies two things. First is that people are totally not trusting exchanges anymore, given that even something like FTX is in this crisis. So people are willing to move it out of exchanges and keep it in their private wallets, so that they have custody of their tokens and they're safe. This is what I keep emphasizing: have custody of your own cryptos. There's nothing more safer than that. No exchange is safe. So please keep it with yourself. The second thing is that a lot of these people, if they're moving it out, it means that they're not selling. Most likely this crowd is going to just hold on to it because they're expecting another year worth of crypto winter. So they're just going to hold it in a private wallet, and they're not going to sell it for any time soon. So that's a good thing. That means there's no pressure for the price to drop further. Has this happened before? Have we seen this pattern before? Yes. In fact, let me just quickly show it to you. Let's maximize this graph here. Right now, this is the price graph of Bitcoin for the last several years. You can go to any of your CoinGecko, CoinMarketCap, and you'll find this. Now, do you see this peak here? Do you see this whole straight line here? Does it look like between 2014 to 2017 anything has happened? No, right? It looks like pretty much a flat line, but that's not really true, right? Let me just bring this closer to this. I'm just reducing the size, and here you go. Now, there was a peak that touched roughly like close to 1,200, and then it crashed all the way down to like $205. Right? That means there was something like an 85% crash back in 2014, 2015 kind of time. And if I were to pull that and look closer to for 2017, 2018, we'll see the same thing. Bitcoin peaked at roughly about $19,000 and it bottomed out at maybe about $3,500. That's another 85%, 83% kind of a drop. And here we are yet again, literally witnessing the same peak and almost the same trough. Bitcoin like nearly peaked at about $69,000, and right now we are down to about $16,000. So the drop is still at, I think, 75%, but most likely it's not going below this. We have seen this pattern repeat historically, right? This is literally the third time it's happening. Bitcoin prices starting to rise again, and by March, April of 2024 is when you will see a significant appreciation of your price if you have held on to Bitcoin. So overall, that is what I think of about Bitcoin. I would probably say don't panic. Bitcoin is not going anywhere. If maybe other cryptos might die, but not Bitcoin. So overall, that's what my opinion is. If you like this video, like and subscribe to the channel, tell your friends about it, and welcome to the Wave Crypto Club.